Hi there. Yeah, I would like to buy a camera, a full frame. Do you deliver? Oh, that's cool. When will I get it? Well, that's awesome. All right, thanks. I've just bought a new camera and I'm gonna get it delivered in 1 hour. That means that I'm gonna show it to you after the intro. What's up guys, Dan Furlani here and welcome back to another video. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing. If not, just hit the like button. Anyways, I've just bought a new camera. It's a full frame. I've always wanted a full frame camera because of all the benefits that come with it. Like for example, you get more light. The sensor is bigger, so there is more light hitting the sensor. And also because of the better shallow depth of field you can get out of a full frame camera, depending on the lens, of course. I have always used crop sensor cameras such as the M50 and the 90D, which is filming right now with the 24mm, the EOS lens for crop sensor cameras only. So what camera did I get? Probably you already know. You read the title of this video. It's the Canon EOS R. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do an unboxing. We already know what's inside the box. The most important thing, the camera, the charger, the battery, and blah blah. Important thing, it comes with an adapter, the basic one, which allows us to use EF and EFS lenses on this awesome full frame camera. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try this new camera, the EOS R, using the adapter and the same lens I'm using right now with the 90D, the pancake lens, to see if there is any improvement in the overall quality. Supposedly there should be a better dynamic range and better details. And I'm talking about details, not sharpness. They're two different things. Let's take this camera, the EOS R, with the adapter and the 24mm EFS 2.8 right now. So now I'm filming with the Canon EOS R with the Canon EFS 24mm 2.8, the pancake lens. It's an EFS lens, so we'll see it cropped even on a full frame camera because this lens was made for crop sensor cameras. However, I really wanted to see what it looks like on the EOS R with the adapter. I've never seen any video with the EOS R and the pancake lens, and I really hope it looks good. Well, the thing is, when I shoot with the M50 using this lens or any other lens, I use as a picture profile CineStyle, which is supposed to imitate the C-Log profile. However, this original C-Log is supposed to be much better than CineStyle. As far as I know, I'm supposed to overexpose everything a little bit, and then I should be able to recover the details in post, the details of the highlights in this case. So my settings right now are shutter speed 1/50th of a second, aperture f2.8, ISO 400, which I heard is the minimum ISO required when shooting in C-Log, because as I said, you can overexpose everything and then recover the details of the highlights in post. If I shoot with these settings with the 90D or with the M50, the sky over there would be so blown out. I don't know yet if it's gonna be any better with the EOS R right now in C-Log. You're looking at it, so let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want, if you aren't already. Now I would like to see another lens, which is actually the lens I bought with the Canon EOS R, the RF 35mm 1.8. It's supposed to be very sharp, it's supposed to be really good, even though it's the cheapest RF lens. It should give very good details, very good colors, it's stabilized, and it's also a macro lens. Let's pop it in and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so now I'm shooting with the Canon EOS R and the RF 35mm 1.8. However, right now it's set to 2.8 ISO 400 and it looks like it's exposed properly. However, now I want to try, like I saw in many videos, many video makers say that even though overexposed, you can recover the highlights in post because we're shooting with the C-Log. So I'm going to overexpose it and I'm going to set it all the way to 1.8 and let's see, you'll see immediately the result because I will have worked it in post already. So this is f2.8. Now let's go to f1.8. I never shoot overexposing like this, like I'm doing right now with the 90D or with the M50, because I know that the highlights would be completely blown out and there would be no way on earth to recover them. But in this case, let's see. I haven't seen it yet. I'm shooting it. What you see is the final product, the final result, and tell me in the comments what you think about it. Check the links in the description to see all my gear and the prices and availability on Amazon. If you buy something, I might get a small commission at no additional cost to you. But anyway, so this is the Canon EOS R with the RF 35mm f1.8 at f1.8. So tell me what you think about it. But anyway, why did I get this camera, the EOS R, and not the R5 or the R6? Well, that's easy. All I wanted was a good full frame camera that gives me good colors, the C-Log and the all-eye compression. The only downside would be that there's no 120 frames per second, which is a big deal for me because I love shooting 120 frames per second. I mean, there is, but in 720p. In the next few days, I'm going to try the 120 frames per second in 720p. I'm going to compare it to the 120 frames per second of the 90D. Then I'm going to try the slow motion at 60 frames per second and slow it down in post and see what it looks like and see the differences. But again, why didn't I get the R5 or the R6? The R5 will be out of reach, like so far away, like way too expensive. But the R6, I was considering the R6 actually, but then again, I decided against it and I went with the R because the R, I already know what can give me. All the good things and all the downsides, I already know what to expect from it. And also, the R6 just came out. I haven't seen a lot of deep reviews there or real-world tests because I heard of overheating issues with both the R5 and the R6. And also, I shoot mostly in 1080. So for me, the EOS R is good enough. I'm gonna use it for a few months and then I will decide whether to keep it, continue to use it for my YouTube videos and my professional works. If I won't be happy with it, I might sell it and eventually get something else. It could be the R6, who knows? But for now, I'm really happy with it and I'm gonna use it as much as possible. Other downside, when you shoot 4K, there's a crop. I've always used crop sensor cameras, so it's not a big deal for me. I'm kind of used to it. However, I shoot most of my videos in 1080. Even though I often upload in 4K, the videos are in 1080 and it looks awesome. I mean, even 1080 it's pretty good. So unless I need it for a professional work or a client that specifically asks for like 4K, well, I don't generally need it. With the adapter, I can use any lens, EF and EFS. Yes, with the EFS you get the crop, but it's the same crop you get from a crop sensor camera, but with all the benefits of the C-Log. Well, the only thing you don't get when you use an EFS lens with the adapter, you don't get 60 frames per second. Keep that in mind if you're considering buying the EOS R. I don't know why, but for some reasons, when you use an EFS lens for crop sensor cameras on the EOS R with the adapter, you can't shoot 60 frames per second. Just, you can't select the option. I got this lens not only because it's the cheapest RF lens. Now, I could have got the 16-35, for example, but what I wanted, something really fast, like 1.8, it's pretty fast, like the Nifty 50, which I love. So this is 1.8, and it has two other things really important when it comes to videos. Number one, it's stabilized, and that's huge. when you have to make videos. There's a huge difference when you shoot with or without stabilization. And also, another great thing about this lens is that even though it's not like a typical macro lens, you can do macro with it, and it's pretty good, not bad at all. So okay, this wasn't a very in-depth review of the Canon EOS R and the 35mm 1.8, but just my very first impressions from a video maker who comes from crop sensor cameras like the M50 and the 90D. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did, and if you want more videos like this, or even better, like a deeper review of the EOS R, the 90D, the M50, comparisons and blah blah blah, all this stuff, well, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.